Hello, Ali. Hello, Keller class. Okay, so today we're going to be doing some cracking comprehension. Okay, so I've shared my screen and you can see the text. Okay, so I'm going to read the text to you and then we're going to go through the questions together. So make sure you've got a pencil and a piece of paper, please, because you're going to write the answers to the questions as we go through them. Okay, so here's the text. I'm going to get you to listen to it. Okay, so somebody else is going to read it. Here we go. I don't think that's working very well. I'll read it to you. Okay, so it's called The Lost Happy Endings by Carol Ann Duffy. One evening, as Jub set off with her full sack, she noticed scarves of mist draped in the trees. One of them noosed itself around Jub's neck, soft and damp, and made her shiver. By the time she had reached the middle of the forest, the mist had thickened and Jub could only see a little way ahead. The shadowy trees looked villainous, tall ghouls with long arms and twiggy fingers. Bushes crouched in the fog as though they were ready to pounce like muggers. Jub hurried on. "Hello, my small deario." Jub jumped. A twisted old woman with a face like a bark of a tree and horrible claw hands was standing on the path in front of Jub. She had fierce red eyes like poisonous berries. "What's in the sack?" "Let me pass, please," said Jub. "What's in the sack?" I said. The old woman had grabbed hold of Jub's arm. Her touch nipped like pepper. "Let me alone," gasped Jub. "I must go on." "Shut up," said the vicious old woman, and she spat green spittle in Jub's face. Jub was so shocked that she took a step backwards and tripped over a tree root. Faster than fury, the old woman was on her and had snatched the sack of happy endings. Okay, that's quite a good beginning of a story, isn't it? Okay, so let's have some questions. Okay, so if you've got your piece of paper and pencil ready, so at the beginning of the story, what is Jub's sack full of? Okay, so you can pause this video and write your answers. So pause it until you've written your answer and then you can start it again. Who called Jub a deario? Okay, let's have a look at some more questions. Okay, so question 1. What time of day did Jub set out? Pause and answer. How did the mist change between the first and second paragraphs? Pause and answer. These are the two paragraphs you're looking at. When we first meet her, what information are we given about the old woman that warns us she isn't going to be kindly? I want you to write 2 things. Pause and answer. Number 4, her touch nipped like pepper. What do you think the underlined words mean? Okay, so you have to choose one. The old woman dug her nails into Jub's arms. The old woman sprinkled pepper onto Jub's arm. Jub felt the old woman pinching her, or Jub's arm stung where the woman touched her. Pause and answer is it's one of those. Okay, so next question. Why doesn't Jub want to tell the old woman what is in the sack? Pause and answer. And the last question. Number these events to show the order in which they happened. Okay, so you could go back to when I'm reading it at the beginning to read it again if you like. So these are the events. You have to put them in order. So there's 4. The old woman grabbed the stick. The old woman grabbed Jub's arm. Jub tripped over a tree root. The old woman spat green spittle at Jub. Pause and answer. Okay, once you've answered all those questions, I know it's very tricky not being able to see all the text at once. I'm trying to scroll backwards and forwards, and hopefully you will be able to pause your video and go back and listen to me read it again to help you answer that question. Okay, once you've answered all those 6 questions that I've just talked you through, okay, I want you to imagine what might happen next. Okay, so let me read the last bit, and then you're going to carry on the story, predicting what's going to happen next. Okay, so we've got the old woman and we've got Jub, who've just met in a forest by the looks of it from the picture. And the old woman isn't very kindly. Okay, Jub has got a sack, and in the sack is a sack of happy endings. Okay, so we know what kind of stories have happy endings, don't we? All right, so listen carefully. Shut up, said the vicious old woman, and she spat green spittle in Jub's face. Jub was so shocked that she took a step backwards and tripped over a tree root. Faster than fury, the woman was on her and had snatched the sack of happy endings. Okay, you're going to carry on the story, telling me what happens next. So we're at the point where the woman has snatched the sack. What's going to happen? You're going to write the next bit of the story, and I'd like you to send a photo of your answers for the comprehension and a photo of the next bit of the story, please, on Dojo so I can have a look. Okay. Have a good time writing it. I think it's a good story. When we get back to school, we might read the whole thing, I think. Okay, everybody, have a good time doing this.